Righto friends, down the bricks here. Happy New Year! It's that time of year again where we bring in the new year, but to see out the old year, we do the top 10 Lego sets of 2022. So Lego threw a lot of stuff at us this year, a lot of Lego sets, a lot of huge sets, a lot of price rises, and yeah, a bit of a funny old year. But I have a rule that I stick to pick my top 10, and that is I have to want to add it to my collection. So I've either purchased it already and it's in my collection, or I'm yet to grab it because it's most likely it's a big set and it's expensive and I've got to save up for it. But I definitely have to want to add them to my to my collection. Now, I think I've got all but 2 of this year's top 10. I've got 8 out of the 10 so far, and I will be picking up those other 2. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, it's a little bit funny with so many big sets thrown at us. I mean, I put a lot of stuff in my wanted list, and I know a lot of it's never going to see the light of day in my collection. Now, if I look back to last year, or 2021, the Daily Bugle set, I mean, I think that's still sitting in my wanted list, and yeah, it'll never be a set I pick up because, you know, pennies are a premium, and yeah, you got to watch what you spend a bit, and there's other things I want more. So yeah, that, even though I love that set, yeah, I'm going to have to pass on that, and yeah, I'll just admire it in my wanted list for a while. So let's jump straight into it, and a set that you probably wouldn't expect to see on my top 10. It is the Batman Penguin Chase set. How can I not pick this? It's a muscle car. Lego do great muscle cars, whether in a small scale or a large scale, as we will see. But yeah, what's not to love? It's got some great engine detail. It's a fun build. That's the most important thing. It was a fun build, and it has some really cool flame effects as well. But I think what really gets me with this set is just its relation to the movie. And I thought the Batman movie was a great movie. It's not to the level of the Nolan trilogy. I don't think anything ever will be. It's the best ever, in my opinion. But I actually think it's a movie that will be elevated by the next one. If the next one is a great movie, I mean, we could be eyeing off a really fantastic trilogy. So if they make 3, that is. So yeah, back to the set. I think what really got me is just the scene in the movie. I still remember now just watching the movies and just had a smile on my face ear to ear. I think I even gave a little F yeah, you know, which I never do when I'm watching a movie, in the movies, that is. Yeah, so I mean, I just love that scene. So yeah, I thought this was a very cool set. Number 9 is the Creator 3-in-1 Viking ship and Midgard Serpent. I have a lot of fun with these Creator 3-in-1 sets. I don't think this one it wasn't as appealing to me as the 2020 pirate ship or last year's Castle. That one was absolutely fantastic. But I just knew right from the outset I really wanted to add another Viking ship to the Lego collection, so it was great for that. As a set on its own, it may not make the list, which is kind of funny because that's what I'm doing here, but I have to include my experience with it, I guess, and that's what's the fun part for me with these Creator 3-in-1s. Yeah, I buy 1, 2 or 3 each year, and I build all 3 sets, and I'll pull them apart and I make my own creation out of them, and I just have so much fun with it, and I just had to put it on the list. At number 8, we have the Jim Lee Batman collection, and I thought this set looked so good. It was the first time I've actually picked up one of the Mosaic art sets, and it's not just the Batman that looks great, the Joker looks great, the Harley looks great, the full-size Batman is awesome, and I really love the Batman Catwoman. So oh, man, if I could afford a few more, that would be the one I would I'd put together. I think the Batman and Catwoman, but all of them look fantastic, and it's not that the other Mosaic art sets don't. I mean, it's probably got something to do with Batman, but yeah, I just think this one stands above all the others, and that's why it's made the list. Coming in at number 7, it's a smaller set. It's a Speed Champion set, and it's actually a tied set. So I have the DB5 Aston Martin and the 1970 Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. Now, I mean, it really comes down to the attachment with James Bond. I mean, this DB5, it's a great little build, and to get a Daniel Craig minifigure as James Bond was just fantastic as well. And yeah, I mean, the way they're building these small Speed Champions, they're just getting better and better. Lego's doing a fantastic job with them. I love this idea of having a themed theme inside of Speed Champions, if I can spit that out. And yeah, look, I did have a couple of issues with the James Bond. The stickers and the colour matching didn't quite match up, and that's why I put it as a tie with the Dodge Charger, because even though I would pick the DB5 out of the two, I'm building the two. I just had to give that the Dodge Charger was a better build, a better Lego set. Just didn't have any drawbacks like the DB5 did, but two fantastic sets. I love putting some smaller sets in the top 10, and I think those two were very worthy. And coming in at number 6, speaking of cars, we have the 1969 Chevy Camaro in the Creator Expert theme, which I don't really call it that anymore, but it's a good way to describe which one it is. Yeah, I mean, this, what can I say about this? Again, a muscle car. You just have to love it. And as I said before, Lego's just doing a fantastic job on the small scale, the large scale. They're just getting better and better. And while the prices are increasing, unfortunately, I think these sets are still pretty good value, somewhat, if we can have good value in a Lego set. But the options you get with this, all the different models, you can display it in the color choices. Yeah, I love the black and red myself. So yeah, just fantastic. Love these sets. And so much so, the gloss for me on the modulars has worn off over the years. As the years go on, I get less and less excited for the modulars, but my anticipation for these Creator Expert vehicles goes up and up. And yeah, Lego blew me away with this Chevy Camaro. I absolutely love it. So definitely had to be on the list at number 6. As an aging AFOL, I find my interest in Lego pirate ships and castle just growing and growing, and I'm just loving that part of Lego of late. But when I was a kid, it was all about classic space. And this year we got a 90th anniversary set. So coming in at number 5 is the Galaxy Explorer. Now, how good does this ship look with this modern take on a classic? Lego just did a fantastic job. I mean, it was something out of the blue from Lego, and I love when we get that, because most things are always spoilt now by rumors and whatnot. To me, I love a surprise, and this really caught me by surprise, and I love it. I think with the modern take, but with enough splashings of the classic incorporated, I mean, this just gave me a real thrill. And yeah, fantastic set. So at number 4, we've finally got some Star Wars, and I've got Luke's Landspeeder. Now, this set probably could have been a little bit higher on my list when I think about it, because it's a set I've always wanted. Years ago I did my top 10 most wanted UCS sets, and I can't remember where this was. It was right near the top, if not the top. So that's how much I wanted Luke's Landspeeder. It wasn't the top, because my biggest wish for a UCS set is a Jabba's sail barge, so that would have been number 1, but this could have been 2 or 3 on my list. And yeah, so now it looks fantastic. Has great detail. That the new windshield mold that they did is fantastic. It certainly adds some colour to your Star Wars shelves. I had a couple of problems like with the stickers. I felt the stickers really bring it down. It looks tacky with the stickers, and it doesn't look quite right without the stickers. So that took some points off for me. But overall, it's a great set. I really do love it, and it does look good sitting with all the UCS builds. So now we're down to the top 3, the best sets of 2022 in my opinion, and I probably could have swapped these 3 sets around a little bit. My number 1, I'm pretty solid on my number 1. I definitely could have swapped this one up to number 2, but what am I gibbering on about? At number 3, we have the Back to the Future DeLorean. Now, after getting the Ecto one and now getting the DeLorean, I mean, like I said about Lego just doing great things with vehicle builds, and here's another example with the DeLorean. And yeah, I'm just, who's not a Back to the Future fan? I mean, really, how can you not be if you're not? That's what I need to know. But yeah, it's just fantastic. I really can't say any more about it than it just puts a smile on my face. My number 2 is the Star Wars UCS Razor Crest. That's right. There's only one word for this set: impressive. It's huge, it's highly detailed, and it's really an example of what makes the Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series so great. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, isn't it, seeing this thing? Now, the only thing that probably just holds it back a peg for me is that I'm not a huge Mando fan, and I know a lot of people are probably going to be shocked with that. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it. And yeah, if I was to look at a TV show about Star Wars, I want to look at something that's going to expand on the universe a little bit more, and that's why I love Andor so much. I mean, that to me is by far the best Star Wars show that Disney have done. But I do like the Mandalorian, and I've always fancied the Razor Crest. I mean, it really reminds me of the Firefly ship Serenity. Yeah, it's definitely got some takes off that. But yeah, I love the design of the ship. I love what Lego's done here, and like I said, it's just super impressive, so it had to come in at number 2. So here we are at the pointy end of the list, and coming in at number 1 had to be something pretty special to knock Star Wars out of the number 1 spot, and it is the 90th anniversary Lion Knights Castle. Oh my, what a great, fantastic, amazing build this was, with so many nods to Lego Castle past, and I was blown away by the techniques used in this build. I mean, there is some amazing techniques, and just the style of it, the rounded parapet, just, yeah, something new that I hadn't really seen before. That was fantastic. The pieces and the colors used for the thatched roof, man, it just looks so cool, and I absolutely love the set. So yeah, like I said, had to be something pretty impressive to knock Star Wars from the list, and this one has done it. I give a little hat tip to you, Lego. Fantastic. It was a great year, as hard as it is for me to say that, with the difficulties that we've had. Yeah, us collectors all understand what I mean by that. Yeah, the difficulties we've had, you know, with the mad amount of releases and the prices and everything. So yeah, it's been a funny old year for Lego as a collector's point of view, especially from my point of view, is where I'm really talking from. But yeah, I think many of you feel the same. But yeah, there was definitely some highlights, and yeah, these top 10 sets definitely highlight that. So yeah, a big thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope you did enjoy it. I'd love to hear from you. What did I get wrong? What did I get right? What are your picks of 2022? Put it in the comments. Everyone can jump in there and have a read. And yeah, big thank you for taking the time to watch. And again, I wish you all the very, very best for 2023. Let's hope it's a fantastic year. Let's hope that we get some maybe less releases and some better pricing. I don't think it's going to happen, but you know, we can wish. But yeah, all in all, I just hope it's a better year for everyone around the world. So yeah, again, big thank you for taking the time to watch it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.